Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Your Skin's Gym podcast, the place where you leave feeling good in your skin by working out the inside to feel better on the outside, not the other way around. I'm your host, Rio-Madison, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Before we get started, I just want to say I'm not a doctor. I am a certified holistic health coach, but the things that we discuss here are just based off mine and others' experiences and what's helped us navigate them so far. So please take what you need and leave the rest. It's okay if it doesn't resonate for you this time around. Today we have a very special guest on the podcast. Her name is Julia Myers, and she's a dancer, choreographer. She's just one of those people you look at and think, what can't this girl do? She's truly on fire and doing some of the coolest stuff. So I'm really excited to have her on the podcast and talk to her about what she's up to and to get to know her more as a person. I'm excited to hang out with her today. And I'm excited for you guys to experience her beautiful energy as well. So let's get into the episode. I'm so excited for it, and I really hope you guys enjoy.
Life is not that serious, Rio. I'm telling you.
Welcome to Your Skin's Gym podcast.
It is an honor, Rio. Thank you for having me.
Cheers.
Let's have a little cheetah Sunday.
First, tell me how you're doing today. How's Long Island so far? I know that you just came here from LA. So how are you feeling being home so far? I know that home for the holidays can be whatever it is.
It's
so
chaotic with my family. Like literally right before I got here, I was telling Rio, I was like, I'm running late. My dog ran away. It was crazy.
Her dog chased the Santa fire truck.
He was chasing Santa. He forgot some things on his list, but we're here now. Yeah, it's been honestly so amazing. It feels so good, and I needed a little break. I think every time I come home, it's like a reset, which is great, and I literally, it's my skin's gym. I just emptying out all the negative, all the doubt, everything I deal with back in LA. Because it can get hard and competitive, especially with the industry that I'm in. But yeah, it feels so good.
That's good.
Wholesome, and feels good to layer, honestly.
Even though I'm kind of sweating right now.
A little bit.
I might need to take my hoodie off.
And pause.
So coming home to Long Island, and I guess for anybody else traveling home in general, anytime, I totally understand that, putting stuff to the side, because you're going to be with your people. You don't need anything extra. You're just raw PJs, I guess a metaphorical, no makeup, just you are as you are, and you don't have to think about.
Whole break of rotting is exactly what I needed.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you had that because, so this is funny because we danced together growing up, for anybody who doesn't know, but not directly together. We were never actually on the stage together,
so
but just in the same company, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And Julia was queen. No, I don't think that I don't know inspirations now or keep up with what's going on, but
Me either, honestly.
But you're just a legend there. There's probably a picture of you up on the wall or something.
No, okay. No. Absolutely not.
Inspiration Hall of Famer.
You're too nice. Thank you.
No, but it's just true, and you're welcome. But I was thinking about how we never even talked.
No, we didn't. But I always knew who you were. You were always the sweetest and just such a gem. But I know I always think about that too, because even going back, if I'm using the studio, my brother still teaches there. Marissa obviously still teaches there.
Right.
And I'm still in that world, but I'll go back and I'm it doesn't feel the same. And I don't know anyone, and it's crazy because it's you grow up majority of your life, literally it's been 21 years of dancing, and it's crazy going back and just feeling kind of a disconnect, but it feels good. We're growing up. It's kind of crazy, but
I guess that was the start of dance for you. Did you always go there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I went to a different studio growing up. It's weird. So I started when I was 2. I think there were several reasons why I started. I think I dealt with like separation anxiety, and my mom just threw me in. But then my brother would like mimic Michael Jackson, and I would mimic Mike.
Aww.
So it was like it was weird how I got into it, but kind of a cute little origin story.
Yeah, especially 2 years old.
Right. So then I think my mom did the most. Like, thank God for her. I mean, she was never like a dance mom where she was like, girl, come home, you're gonna practice your solo, run it up. Like, no, it was never like that. Like, she would always just have food for me like after and be like, girl, eat, go to bed, do your homework, like, you know. So I'm grateful. Her and my dad like have just been absolutely amazing. But even when we started when we were younger, my brother was at, I think, like TJE for breakdance, because the studio I was at didn't offer that, and he wasn't gonna do ballet. But she would just drive us, like, she dropped Jay off, she dropped me off, and then I think recitals were the same day, and then she would go back and forth in one day to catch both recitals. Like, it was just insane.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like, looking back at how that's literally all I've ever known. Like, I really can't picture myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
But then there are days where I'm like, why didn't I like do soccer or something easy? It's not easy, but if you're not passionate about it, like, you know, why do it then? Like,
yeah, it really doesn't matter, like, in the bigger sense, if you're doing something that's not fulfilling you.
Right.
And I mean, that is interesting that you say you don't know anything else, but I feel like you're so built for this. Like, you're like destined to dance and do what you're doing. It's so clear right now too. I feel like even though we don't talk all the time, I just have this sense that like things are just flowing to you, and that happens when you're living in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. And you're somebody that I feel like stays so true to that and so true to yourself. Like, do you feel like that?
Because no, like,
okay.
I don't. I think with the things I've been going through, I'm starting to feel like that more. And it's funny you say that, because especially it is a different world out in LA. And especially as a striving artist who you do feel like, I feel like if I'm trying to balance out my life, you know, maybe like get a job over here, like separate from dance, where I feel like I could live, you know, best of both worlds, have stability, but then also, you know, gun it for my passion. I've noticed it doesn't work out for me. Like, I really, really have to pour all my energy into myself and my craft, or else it's not going to work. Because this industry, like, it's a game, and it's crazy, and you have to play it smart, and you have to be strategic. Like, even like, it's funny, moving out to LA, I was so influenced right away, as like any 19-year-old girl.
Influenced how?
I was just so, I think, and this is where you were asking me like prior, like what the challenge was, and I think it's how desperate I was to just already go for it, which is great, but I wasn't playing the game smart. Like, I didn't even know I was in a game until like I started learning. So I was like buying all the cool fits. I was like, yeah, this is so cool. Like, looking back, I'm like, absolutely not, girl. What were you doing? Oh my God, it was
with
awful.
Some of the fits.
Oh gosh, yeah. Because like with the generation we're in now, like, it's all how you present yourself. It's how you walk into the room and walk out of the room. Like, all eyes are on you at all times. And like, at first I didn't even like realize that. So I think with, where were we before this? Oh girl, the martini's getting in my head.
Well, wait.
Oh, with alignment.
Yes.
With alignment.
Yes, and if you felt like, because I said I feel like I can see that you stay so true to yourself.
Right.
Do you feel that? And you were like, no. But because you've had this journey of kind of getting to the place of realizing that's what you need to do in order to excel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So with that said, with like, you know, being desperate for, I guess, just playing the game like smart, because I wasn't like, if I'm not putting all of my energy into myself and my craft, it's not gonna work. And because I was this is where I'm going with it, I was pretending to kind of be someone I wasn't. And at that age, you know, you're figuring yourself out, but I was just really trying to like be someone I wasn't, and like looking at all of the other people and the things that were working for them, and like, oh, I gotta take this person's class, and like they have like 5 million on TikTok, this is so cool, like should I be doing this and this and this? And it's like, no, like that's not the right way to do it, because the more authentic I am to myself, the more I'm seeing like everything come to me.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy. So I think you just gotta be all in, or it's not gonna work, and you're not gonna win the game. But yeah.
And be yourself, like you're saying.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where it's all like reflecting back on that, because I don't know. It's crazy. Like, and the more I get in my head, like now, I'm always one to get in my head. Like,
yeah, you're an artist and like,
yeah, I'm always one to get in my head. So if I feel like I'm feeling a lot of pressure or doubt, nothing like comes my way. And the moment I let go, it's like, oh my gosh, like this door open and this door open and this door open. Like, it's insane how funny that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I just be like, it's so funny. The other day I was snowboarding with my brother, and I was like, wow, life is just so amazing. Like, look,
saw some clips from that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's in her Stoke era.
I love it. It looks so fun.
It's so fun. But I was just like walking, and like the snow is blowing, and I literally just had my arms out, and he starts laughing at me. I'm like, no, dude, like I'm being for real. Like, you have to put your energy out there. It's because the moment I do that, I don't know. I feel very connected with what's to come. I'm a very spiritual person. So.
Me too.
Okay, great.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, soulmate.
I love that. That feels so good. And what you're explaining, that feeling of letting go, and I mean, romanticizing life is like the woke version, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But spiritually, it's really just looking around and seeing, and like standing, like snowboarding, and you're just opening your arms and appreciating the world around you, because you like, my body allows me to do this, stuff like that. It's right. I think that the more we do that, it does open up the part. It's like deep appreciation. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that I learned this year is like, life should not be taken seriously. I think my whole life, like I told you, like when I was 2 years old, I was dealing with separation anxiety, and then the older I got, it like turned into like real anxiety with like strange things that a kid shouldn't really go through. Like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, it would come out in strange ways. I mean, I went through a lot growing up. I went through a lot of like death with family members, so that took a toll on that whole part of my life.
Absolutely.
But as someone like now, like looking back, like I feel like all I did growing up was just worried about something stupid, and I would like to go back and be worried about that. I would do that over and over right now. But like, life shouldn't be taken seriously. Like,
it's hard though.
It is hard,
especially like something like losing people.
Yeah.
I think that especially in a young brain, it makes you wonder if everything is going to be that hard, or everything is, or if the phone rings and what someone's going to say is going to be that. And I totally understand that. And my brain goes to that space like probably like once a day. I like, and even though I'm not feeding into it all the time, it just will pass, and I'll be like, okay, like, of course. Not true,
of course,
not gonna happen. But it's really hard not to worry. But I like that you're connecting it to not taking it so seriously. But then how do you translate that into now being in that space of like, okay, I have to just shine my light, be who I am, be authentic to myself. This is a game. So I'm going to play it, but play it by being myself. So how do you like play the game you're playing in your career and then not take life seriously at the same time?
I think also too, because you gotta kind of, like you said, with observing, step back, look at where you're at. You're in a room full of talented, beautiful dancers, and I could potentially get to call that like my job. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like I'm there and I'm like, all right, like dance is so silly. We say 5, 6, 7, 8 all the time. We're saying all these made up words to like match our movement. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like JC, like growing up, like we used to, it's crazy. Yeah, literally. And like, here I am in an audition and I'm stressing about shaking ass. Like it's insane. Like, and that's where I'm like, yes, I'll be myself. But like, you just need to alter your brain, because the second I'm in my head, camera comes out.
That's when you can't shake your booty.
Oh, you can't shake your booty. I don't know how to do it. Like, it's crazy. And it really is just that mental block that you gotta get over in any industry.
Yeah.
Or even in your everyday life. Like, desk job, no matter what it is, no matter what you're doing and want to do, you just have to alter your perspective. That's all it is. And that's what I'm realizing. I'm only 23. I have so much more life to live, but I think I'm doing a very good job of just being aware of that. And that's like the biggest thing this year is like my perspective, observation, and just awareness, period. Like it's crazy.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. To be able to be so aware of what needs to be done in order to face challenges and in order to grow, and to be in that mental space of like, this is up to me and it's up here. Like, I have the power up here. I have the control up here. That is so hard to do sometimes. But the fact that you're aware and the thing is that you want to like, I wouldn't say fight it, but like you want to conquer it. And that makes you so much of who you are. And I feel like you're just born with that. Like, that's a type of person, right, that just has that instinct to conquer shit and just get it done and fight and like keep pushing forward. And I definitely feel that in you so much. So I ask each guest what a challenge is that you face, big or small, but I feel like we've discussed that a lot. So I'm curious, with having that mindset to like keep pushing forward and to like take control of your own mind, what have been your main motivators? Like, that could be people, that could be yourself, but during something hard or during a good day, or just when you're like, you need something extra to turn to keep going, or maybe it is a spirituality, but what comes to you as like main motivators in your life for what you're doing?
I really just have to say like my friends and my family, as simple as that, because I mean, I have like, obviously I'll have my mentors, like Marissa's been my whole life, and like you look at social media nowadays and you look at all those icons, but I'd really have to say like my friends, because you are who you surround yourself with. And I'm so blessed because also too, I have friends that are in different industries, and it's very cool to get into those inspirational conversations with them, and it lights a fire under your ass, and it's like I don't know, I'm really big on just exchange of energy. So even if I go to a dance class and I'll click with this one person and literally probably never see them again, like it's like that's what just kind of makes me realize like why I'm here, why I'm doing this, and why I even started in the first place, and why I stuck with it. So I have to say that. Yeah.
No, that's a great answer. Energy exchange and like letting that just continue to fuel you.
Yeah.
So it's like a tank, right?
Yeah.
Like if it goes down, you hang out with a friend, have an amazing conversation. You're like, okay,
let's
I got this next
together.
thing. Yeah.
It's awesome to just like, I don't know, have those people in your life. And
How many tattoos do you have? I see that one behind your ear.
Yeah, this was my first one. This was supposed to be behind my ear. And then he was like, I'm going to put it on your neck. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And I was like 18, so I was so scared to be like, okay. But
Wait.
whatever. So I have this one. Wait, 1, 2. I have a feather on my tricep.
Nice.
4.
Oh, damn, girl.
5. 6. I have
Beautiful.
6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want more?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Part of me wanted a sleeve.
Okay.
I don't think I want that anymore.
Okay. Well, that's why time is important.
That's why
it's good to think about things for a while.
It's so funny. I'll overthink like the most like craziest stuff, and then like or overthink the simplest things.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes down to like a tattoo or like something, I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
And then I regret it after.
I think that's such part of tattoo culture. It's just like that impulse or just that night where you're like, let's go, let's get matching like
oh my god, yes.
acorns.
My brother we're gonna do it. Acorns.
Let's get it.
After this podcast,
matching acorns.
No, my brother and I, we have this one, and it says half alive.
Oh.
And we have a matching one.
It says the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's like, do you listen to Black Bear? My little emo girl in me. I grew up on that stuff.
Not enough to know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. So he has a song called Half Alive, and my brother was in California, and he was moving me in. I think it was like my junior year or something like that. And this was like we were planning to have the best day ever. We're in California, palm trees, we're back.
Mm-hmm.
He got his weed, like everything's great.
I love your relationship with your brother.
He's the best. He literally is my best friend. But yeah, and we get to like my apartment, and they're like, oh, like move-in day isn't till this day. And I'm like, well, I'm already a resident. Like I have my room key. I could just move my stuff. He's like, oh, no. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm like, sick word. So they weren't letting us like move my room. Because I think I was like switching my room or something. But I already lived there. And so we were fucked. And I was like, so we're homeless, basically, right now.
With weed.
Cool, with weed. So do we just go in the car? Like, what? He's like, let's have a ball. We're going to have a day. We're not letting the good vibes, like, get ruined. So we book a hotel on the beach in Santa Monica. And we're like, okay, word. And it's like walking distance to like this restaurant, like literally like the Strip. It was beautiful. And our waiter like looks at my tattoo. He's like, oh, it's a sick tattoo. I was like, thank you. And he's like, oh, like I want to get it. Do you guys like want to get a tattoo or something like that? And we were like, sure, okay, like whatever. He's like, all right, I get off at like 11 p.m. Like, I'll send you my address. You can pop over.
What?
Me and my brother, like no, like, red flags, like, popped into our head. We were like, all right, sick. Like, let's just take a dance class and then, like, hop over there. And so
That's
we're blasting, like, Black Bear, Half Alive. Like, vibes are great. We're back. And, yeah, we just got that tatted in this waiter's room. And, yeah, it was lit.
Because why not?
Life is not that serious, Rio. I'm telling you.
Prime example. I have we need to redo that. We're back.
We're so back.
I have the funniest tattoo story to tell you.
Let's hear it. These are my favorite.
It's about your brother.
Oh,
crazy enough. And if he's probably gonna watch this, he will probably
he's definitely. I'm making him watch it. Come on.
And then he can see if he remembers this. So he got a tattoo while we were in dance. So it was a fresh tat. It's like here, I think.
The rose. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so we were all kind of like hanging out in a hallway during a competition, whatever, and I saw him and I was like, that's a sick tattoo. And he was like, thanks, like I just got it, whatever. And I was like, I love the red in it. And he was like, he goes, that's blood. And
there's no way.
Oh, that happened. And I was like, right. No, yeah.
No,
right.
You just said you got it. You're right.
Yeah. You're wrong. That's red color. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. And I remember just like, I laughed. I'm still laughing about it.
Yeah.
Like that's
it
was hilarious.
No, I got this tie. You know how they do like the Friday of the 13th?
I see a little red in there.
Yeah, we got
There's a little red in there. So you guys got matching with the red again.
There you go. Full circle moment.
There you go.
But yeah, I got this like Friday the 13th. You know how they have those like deals? It's like, oh, like $30, $15, whatever. And because it was like Friday the 13th, so it kind of had to be something scary. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I got like this skeleton.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
I like it.
And the guy's like, do you want like blood dripping down it? I'm like a little blonde girl in like my pink little workout set. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't think so, buddy.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
Imagine just blood like drops.
That would be. Wait, are you a Scorpio?
I am.
Okay, so it wouldn't be like so off, but this is on.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it would. Maybe it's too much.
Like astronomically, like spiritual. So I don't know.
Okay.
Are you good at it?
I like astrology a lot. I definitely like. I know about it, but not. I'm not just gonna like off the bat think I know somebody completely because of their star sign.
Right.
But I just. You being a Scorpio, I feel like, and also like the black bear and your little emo girl like in you, like you just have a little bit of it where it's like, that's your Scorpio moment.
That's Selena Gomez meme, where she's like, I like a little pop in my hair, I like a little edge. No, you've never seen that?
I might have.
Okay, we're gonna cut to it.
Insert.
Where's that inspiration coming from?
I don't know. I like a little edge and a little pop in my hair, so I wanted to add something different, especially for the Teen Vogue party.
I like a little edge. Yeah, that's me. But I don't know. I'm not. I should really study it. I mean,
You don't have to.
I know.
Well, do you know like your big three or anything?
Yeah, Scorpio, Gemini.
Okay.
Everyone's like, oh.
Yeah.
See, your eyes bugged.
Well, your eyes did too. Okay.
Because everyone's does.
Yeah.
So I'm like.
You're waiting for it. You're like.
Am I fucked
what do you
up?
think?
Like, am I messed up?
No, you're exactly like
that
as you are. Okay. No, but you're like, no, it doesn't make sense where it's like, oof, like damn, like watch out. But I feel like you're just like fucking powerful, have a little spice, like you got a little cheetah girl spice. Yeah. So you just like have that in you. It just
Thanks.
It checks.
Okay.
In a really strong way.
It's so strange though, because I feel like everyone mistakes Scorpios as like, oh, she's a bitch. Like, no,
it's the mystery.
I've really never yelled at anybody before.
No, I feel like
I can't yell at anyone. I always would let people walk all over me. That was my biggest thing. Like, I really did. Keyword did though. Now, bitch.
Well, okay. Is this hurting you?
Not at all. Okay. She got her rock. I could never have the actual like guts or urge to yell at someone. If I was really mad, I would cry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I emotional? But now I'm telling you, like the stuff I've been through, like it's like light years. Like the girl I was this time last year and who I am now. And that is like the best feeling in the entire world.
Yeah. No, I feel
like I really
that you've
can now.
Put in.
Now I could stand up to anybody, which is, and you have to be again.
Absolutely.
In the game, like in the industry, you can't.
No, you can't.
You have to really vouch for yourself, and
yeah. But it does take learning that, and you do get to the point of going through stuff where you're like, I've been there, done that. You think this is gonna touch me?
Right.
It doesn't touch me anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Move along.
That's it. That's all I gotta do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm happy for you that you are just feeling this way.
Yeah.
You deserve it. Like,
thank you.
I just feel like it's like about time.
Yes. I totally agree with you. And it feels so good. It really does.
Yeah. Well, you're just going to keep on killing it. So, okay. So you just did a music video maybe a few months ago, but with Victoria Justice. And that was such a cool project. And you just got to like showcase some of your coolest stuff and like just put all your energy where you wanted to, you know, like you had such an awesome moment. So would you say like that type of project is your favorite thing to do? Or you can speak on that. Like, what's your favorite?
It's so interesting because, again, like growing up in the dance studio, you're learning from you know, your teachers your
Mm-hmm.
whole life. And like, I don't know, I for some reason was so like intimidated by choreographing for some
Mm-hmm.
reason. I would do it, and again, me being an overthinker, I would just overthink everything, and it's good to overthink your own work,
Right.
because you want it to be perfect. But yeah, I mean, with some things that I've done in LA and like choreographing, I have fallen more and more in love with it. And that specific project, obviously, I love choreographing. Like, it's so fun getting to see your vision come to life.
Yeah.
And even hers. I mean, I got that very unexpectedly. It was through like a connection who, shout out Willow. It's just interesting how you just don't expect what's gonna come your way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it was just the coolest project ever, and she's the sweetest and most beautiful human being ever, like on and off screen. Like it was so surreal. And honestly, like we got to really build a good connection and bond, especially because things go like unplanned. Like our director switched like a couple days before the music video. Like we got to see each other in very vulnerable spaces, and you know, we had to build that trust between each other, or else it's not gonna work. And it was honestly the most surreal time of my life.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Fun.
And so not only like, I guess, choreographing, when you're in that mindset of thinking about doing that, I'll speak for myself, like you're thinking about, or I would be thinking about creating the dance, following the vision like that. But now you're explaining this whole other side to it, like the director quitting and you having to go through stuff during the whole process, and you really like figure out how you work with somebody and how you work in situations like that. So you learned more about choreography business, what it actually means to be in it, than creating.
You have no idea.
Yeah. No, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And you came out being like, I want to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like in a way I'm working backwards. Like I've always heard from mentors, icons, professional dancers, anyone who has been in it is like, okay, well, don't marry your goals, because that's not how it's going to work. And it's so true, because I don't know, I feel like the simplest like formula to, you know, your goals and dreams in LA as a dancer is like, okay, go meet the right connections, book the music videos, book the tour, and then you choreograph right after. Like I'm like going backwards, and it's kind of weird, but I love it. And I'm saying yes to like things I've never thought of saying before, like to things I've never even imagined. Like
you're in your yes like,
I'm in my yes era.
As you should.
That's my biggest advice. Like literally say yes, even
just
if
say
you're
yes,
scared shitless, or you feel like you don't know what you're doing. Say
do
yes.
it scared.
Do it scared. Because also too, I've gotten like little gigs and projects from that video with like movement directing too. I'm really, what
is that?
It's not choreography, but it's like for an example, like commercial, like just like could be walking or just visuals, like anything that needs like a visual. Or so I've gotten some like gigs from that, and like I was never put in that position before, and it was new to me, but it was like the coolest thing. Like I am just falling in love with like being behind the camera too. As much as I love being on camera, it's fun. But yeah, I think just seeing like the beauty of it all like really, really come to life it's an indescribable feeling. And even like when I am on set, like you have to, again, I'm gonna keep relating back to this game, because like when I'm on set as a dancer, like I'm still watching what the director's doing, or you know, the DP. Like everyone involved is just as important. And I think some people do forget that. But yeah, I don't know. Well, it's so interesting.
Well, that's important to point out. it also just goes to speak where your head is at, because like you've been not just a dancer your whole life, but in the industry. So getting to know it like that, you know how many moving parts there are, you know that everybody is needed, and like without one person you couldn't be creating what does end up on that stage or in that movie or in that commercial or music video. So you have an appreciation and you have a love for it. Like, so that's what's different about you too. I'm not saying from everybody, but just like, you know, that's why you're doing what you're doing and working the way you are, and that's why you're in the game, is because you feel that way, and that's really beautiful. Yeah. Well, I have no doubt that you're gonna just keep on killing it.
Means a lot.
When you said that you feel like you're going backwards, it's funny because my head was like, oh, like backwards, like a little kid dancing in the mirror and making up a dance in the mirror. And
girl, well,
but like,
I mean,
maybe
I've been there. I mean, I'm still doing that. I'm in my room. I'm
yeah.
You know, I'd push the living room table and just, you know.
Oh,
you have to.
We need to push this table after.
We need to push it.
And I need to learn the squiggly doodah.
Okay. No, we will.
Yeah. I'm like, it's even when I was choosing these pants today, or actually I had them in my head. I'm like, are these gonna just like slide down?
What can I roll and flip in?
Yes.
Yeah. That's great. That to me was crazy, and part of me is a little pissed that
Why?
went viral. No,
you mean
I'm
like
not.
that video out of?
Yes,
okay.
Because there have been so many times where I'm like calling up people, yo, can you record this video for me? I have a really cool idea. Or like literally paying a videographer. Like, well, it's good. Invest in yourself, invest in your social media and your brand. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
But like, take my phone away from me after midnight, because the Delulu hours, it's where it gets you, I guess. But that's why the algorithm in our generation so like
whack.
Yes, perfect word. But I think it makes sense because it's what's relatable. Like, you see someone in their living room at 12 a.m. doing some crazy shit.
That's true.
It's more relatable than someone who is on a rooftop in an all black leather whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I do get it.
It's like, this is what's so cool, like, versus I want to try that in my living room.
Literally.
Which
and that's
is how
what, like,
I
all
felt.
the comments are doing, like, saving this for later. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
let's see it.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Something that I wanted to ask you. So when I used to dance, the hardest thing for me was to remember the dance, and just being taught a why can't I think of the word, like a combo. I was like the last person to get it. It just took me so many times. I was good by the time I needed to go on the stage, but like, have you always been good at that? And do you have a trick for it? Is there a method to that? Like,
that's like, it's like the hardest question, because, well, I feel like growing up, I just didn't think about it. Like, I think with all the moving parts to it, whereas we were cleaning for hours and hours on end, and we would hold the same pose until we were like shaking. Like, it really, like, it was back then, it seemed crazy, but like, it makes sense now because it's all muscle memory. Like, it's like, I'll be with like Lissy,
yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, and a song comes on and we'll like mark the dance, and we're like, how do we still remember this? I don't know, but like, it's just all muscle memory. But I think now there are times with like combos, just in a regular class, like it's hard for sometimes it's hard to pick up. And I think, I don't know if it's the atmosphere that I'm in, where again, it's that mental block of like, okay, I'm here with like crazy talented people, like, and there's a camera and I gotta look good. Like, there's so many things you're thinking about now, but the moment like you let that go again, it just comes to you. You just can't think. I feel like, I don't know, I can't think about it.
No, that's such a good point. I remember I was in a Soul Cycle class a few months ago, and those can be like really hard and just doing whatever their little choreograph moment plus the going really fast. And the instructor just walked up to my bike and was like, don't think about it, just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. And I just started doing it. And I was like, I'm not thinking. Like, okay. I'm not thinking, I'm doing it.
What's in my head? Yeah. No, literally, you can't think.
Yeah.
And it is all repetition too. Like I call myself a sleeper. I'm like a sleeper dancer, which means like, I don't know, I'll go to bed, wake up and do it perfectly, if not better, like the next day. Like it's so weird.
But do you feel like you sleep well? Or are you like up all night?
No, I sleep well. I'm just like, it's weird. Like I'll go to bed, I'll be like, all right, I'll get this tomorrow. And I'm like doing it so much better and the flow comes better to me. I don't know. Do you remember the dance Roman's Revenge? It was like JC hip hop with the flannels.
Yep.
Okay. There's a story.
I'm not Jasmine.
Yes, no, literally that. Yeah. That's it.
Like
Rio was in it.
Like no, I like wasn't, but
dragon.
I think Miss Jess was at one point.
I think she did. She took someone's spot.
Okay.
I think so.
She definitely did it once. I remember watching her.
Wait, you're so right.
Yeah.
Memory unlocked. That's crazy. Anyways,
Miss Jess.
That was my first like senior hip hop group. Like I think I don't remember how old I was. I'd have to say like 13. And I was dancing with my brother and like all just like the icons in that group. And so it was pretty huge for me. And I loved JC and it was so fun. And learning that, I couldn't pick it up.
Okay.
For shit. Like I remember I just stood in the back.
Were you thinking?
I was thinking. And I just was like, oh, I can't get it. This is so hard. And like, you know how intense he is.
Yeah.
So like this man.
Super intimidating.
Yeah. This man would wear sweatpants and basketball shorts over it. And his hat would be like levitating off his head. He was so cool. He was so cool. Shout out him. But so I couldn't get the dance at all. And I remember I was in the back.
13 years old.
I know. And I was in the back and I was honestly like crying. And I remember like my brother just kept looking back at me and I was just like, I can't get it. And we slept on it the next day. I think I tried practicing, but I was still like frustrating when I got home. It was like 11 o'clock too, like crazy. And we were dancing like 12 hours plus that day.
Yeah.
Looking back, I'm like, dance is crazy. Like, how did we do that? But
yeah, it's fun though.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
But I woke up and I don't know, we were like running it and I got it like perfectly. And I was like, okay, I got this. And he like puts me like front center for that part.
That's sick.
It was like the craziest thing. Like because
sleep does something for you.
Sleep does something. But I think it's just the point of just, you just can't overthink it or get, you are your own worst like enemy.
Oh,
and like
worst critic.
The worst. And it could just get so toxic and like
it ruins things.
I really do want to try and see how, I mean, I don't think you can ever overcome that. Like that's just a natural thing that all humans do.
Yeah, it's just living with it.
Right. But it's like, it's just like the craziest thing. Like, I don't know. Just thought I should share that.
No, that's great. But I'm like so intrigued by your sleep moment. Like,
talk to any other, like, maybe it's, I don't know if it's just dancers. I mean, I'm just around dancers all the time. Like, we'll just, all right, sleep on it. Like, it's just a thing.
Interesting.
Or it's like,
or is it because you're doing it so late that you go to bed? It's so, you know, where people say like study before you go to sleep. And then somehow you wake up, take the test, and like maybe your brain retain. It just retains stuff.
I guess. Yeah. You just need sleep.
Yeah.
Which I'm lacking some right now.
Me
time difference.
Too.
I like.
I don't have a time difference, and I'm like,
she's up late.
Yeah. I had cramps.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I know it's tough being a woman.
Yes.
It's freaking tough.
We're the baddest.
We are the baddest.
We just need sleep.
Yeah, we just need sleep.
To be bad.
And an espresso martini. But that's probably why we're not sleeping.
No, this is what we needed all day.
I was waiting for this.
You need you to grab yours.
Okay, we can cheers again. Pinky up.
I feel like mine was naturally up.
No, it was. I saw it. Mine's usually naturally up too.
It was like this. I was just and then you said it and I was like,
straightened it. It's funny stuff.
Oh my gosh, Julia.
Rio. Wait, this is so fun. I want to keep yapping.
We can keep yapping.
Okay.
I
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, well, also the dance that is so fresh in my head all the time, but now is not. I need sleep. Men in Black.
Shut up.
Sick. Like,
I just thought of that the other
it's
day.
like, you know?
Oh my God.
You know? Yes.
Cut to it.
Yes.
That was the coolest dance. I will say, like,
So
the
cool.
themes were so cool.
They were so good. Do you remember our Jump Street?
Of course I do.
Okay, that was fun.
No, of course I do. It's the most iconic movie ever.
So good.
So good. I was
Yeah.
watching it the other day.
But the Jump Street dance.
No, of course I remember that.
Okay.
No,
Just
trust
making
me.
Sure. Okay.
I see it. Did you guys have the floral shirt? Wait.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Hawaiian.
had the
yeah.
20, the 22 Jump Street.
Yes.
Yes.
You remember better than me.
That's what I'm saying. I told you.
Yeah, that was
I
so
didn't
fun
lie.
too.
So fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, what a time.
I know.
But like dance is so that's what I'm saying. Like no one will ever understand. Like no one ever will, I feel like. Unless they're like in
unless
it.
they know.
Unless they're in it and they've grown up in it. 'Cause like I don't know. There are some like well now I'm gonna get deep. Like traumatic things like now like that I deal with still. Like it's like body dysmorphia. We're always comparing ourselves to like other people.
Mm-hmm. Comparison robs. Can't do it.
And that's
Don't
what
do
I'm
it.
saying. Like this is where you just gotta get through that mental block and change your perspective on everything. Because like I'll be in class, right, and I'm like standing there, and I'm like looking at this like one person who I'm like, oh, they're so dope. Like, do I even deserve to be here? That's like my dramatic, emotional ass talking. But like, it's true. Like you really get in your head when you're just around that every single day.
Yeah.
I am blessed to be there. I'm blessed that I even made it to LA. Like that's surreal to me. Like it's been a dream of mine forever.
Yeah.
But
It's
then
amazing.
like I'll be like I don't know, like and then like someone will come up to me at the end. Like I'll have a bad day at class and like someone will come up to me like, I was watching you, like you're so good and like I just moved here and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, she's watching me watching this person, like, and I'm in my head, she's probably looking at me like, oh, she's really got her shit together, you know?
Yeah,
like,
probably thinking what you're thinking about that other person.
Right. It's just dance really could be a toxic cycle, but that's what I'm saying. Life is not serious. We literally say 5, 6, 7, 8 and boom, like shake our hips. Like
what do you tell yourself like in that moment in dance class? Are you getting out of it in that moment, or it's like a later thing when that you realize, oh damn, I was kind of in my head there?
Sometimes some days like I'm so aware of it, I'm like, girl, just like get out of your head. Or like sometimes I even like need to like walk to a different spot in the room to like kind of like refresh and restart, which is good. And like I like some choreographers make you do that to like, you know,
that sounds like a great way.
Yeah.
Great method to just switch it up. New energy, new spot.
Right.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like there will be days where I can't get out of it. I'm like, all right, it was just a bad day, but that's okay. It's just class. Like you have to say like little keywords yourself to like get out of that. And then I'll like take notes in my notes and just whatever, I'll work on it. But what I've noticed, like just the rhythm of it is just all like relating back to just a mental block with myself. It just really all starts with myself.
Yeah. Sounds
Crazy.
like you've just embraced that so much, like particularly this year. And maybe, I mean, have you had a lot of clarity on where you're headed this year too, along with that, or like goals and what you want?
Absolutely.
I mean, the fact that's happening simultaneously,
Dude,
score right
Rio,
there.
I had a true awakening this year. Like, and it all was throughout the time of the Victoria music video, which was like crazy because I feel like that just started going and like went through like personal shit too. Like I went through a breakup and then I went through like I got diagnosed with colitis. Like this was all in the span of like 2 weeks too, which I'm like, what the fuck? But like part of me, not like that I miss obviously that era, like it was such a, I don't know, it was Yeah, it was emotional. Yeah, it was stressful. But, like, I think the biggest thing I'm proud of is just the fact that I, like, really got through it. And some of the things that I was, like, worried about, like, I guess, prior to that, like, and it happened and I was okay. And, like, wait, but I'm, like, exactly where I'm supposed to be. Like, literally one thing ends and, like, the next day, like, the door is wide open. Like, it was just the craziest feeling. And the fact, like, I don't know, like, during it too.
Wow. The next day. Or
literally the next day, like, door was open.
One door closes, another one opens.
Yes. Yeah, it was insane. And, like, I don't know, it was the coolest experience though too, because I really learned so much about myself. And, like, at the time I was, like, cussing out timing. I'm like, why now? Like, why now? Oh my gosh, am I grateful that it happened when it did, because it's like alignment right there. And that's what I'm saying, like, I don't think there's any, like, coincidence, like, with alignment and stuff, or why things happen when they do, or
absolutely not.
Like, it's crazy. Like, and I'm very connected to, like, my angels and God and everything. Like, I'm just so thankful. Like, and I really, like,
they got you.
Oh yeah. And, like, just the awareness in itself, like, that I was at, I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy it happened for you like that, even though in the moment it doesn't feel like that for you to be going through something that's supposed to be, like, it probably felt like, this is my thing I'm doing right now. Like, what the heck? I don't want to feel bad while doing this thing.
Right.
But you just, like, transmute that into a different energy that's like, no, I'm gonna make this incredible.
Right.
And you chose that. I see you on the punching bag. You get that stuff out. I love that. You're so strong.
Fun. Thank you.
Yeah, no, boxing feels sick.
You gotta come.
I would love to.
Let's go.
Yeah,
okay,
let's
cool.
do it.
Let's do it.
I also, okay, wait. Here's a question. So I've had a dance class on my vision board this past year. Didn't go. Okay?
Okay, it's okay.
I think that, like, sorry, I'm, like, tapping you.
It's okay.
I think that a lot of people want to dance and don't, because there's, like, this part of it that is so attached to childhood and to our child selves and youth and, like, being playful. And I think a lot of adults are, like, shy of that, shy to do that, shy to, like, just dance. It's so fun. And so worth it and feels so good. But there is, like, a fear of, like, being judged, or other people are going to be better than me. And what if I don't? Okay, like, I told you, like, I the last to pick up a dance and a combo. So to just go into a dance class is so scary. So what would you, like, say to me or somebody else that wants to try a dance class that hasn't danced in so long, or has never danced?
I'm just going to say, we're going. You're coming with me.
Well, that's it.
I'm kidnapping you and we're going.
I will. No, I will do that with you.
Actually, like, I've gone, like, asked a lot. Like, even, like, Victoria, like, she was just like, after this, like, I just want to keep dancing. Like, it's just so fun to just get in a room. There's no judgment, no nothing, just great music, and we're just messing around. Like, that is the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to be in a studio with you so bad.
Oh my God, no. Actually, we'll go.
Okay.
But yeah, I think also too, like, that's, I'm gonna keep saying it, but it's just not serious. It's not. And, like, that's where you're literally, like, moving, you know what I mean? You're moving your body, you're in touch with your own, like, femininity, and, like, that's, like, that should be a moment that should be embraced.
So true.
Or even, like, it doesn't have to be, like, a heels class or a hip hop, like, whatever. You're just,
no, it's got to be hip hop.
It's got to be hip hop. Okay, fine. Hip hop. 22 Jump Street. We're running it back. No, but the dance is just, it's a whole energy flow, and it's a way to get literally grounded.
Yeah, it is.
With the floor and just feel the music. Like I don't know, just the outlook on dance, I can't even describe it. It's just such an indescribable feeling to me. But it's so beautiful to just see a melody, a rhythm, and lyrics literally come to life, like with just a human body. Like sick. It's sickening. Like that's so cool.
Sickening. Sound like the Grinch.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna
break it down.
Yeah, I really want to. I think about it all the time. So
definitely,
Julia's gonna break me out of my dance shell that I've been in.
We're gonna say yes.
Oh, we're saying
in our
yes.
Yes era.
Well, it's been the most pleasure having you on the podcast. And I did a little intro before we started and said, like, I'm just so excited to get to know you more and talk to you and see what you're up to. And I really do feel like I knew you in a way.
No, I feel the same way. Like, I knew you. Girl, we knew each other. But no, it's so weird.
Yeah, because we've never talked.
No, but I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. Well, new bestie unlocked. Like, come on. I love you.
Love you too.
It's been an honor.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Listen more to Your Skin's Gym because she's incredible. And yeah, in our yes era. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Go follow Julia on everything except TikTok because apparently that might be gone. But let's hope not.
But find her everywhere else. And yeah, follow the journey.
I'm nervous. I gotta hold this or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, now I need the fur on. Sorry.
Okay, no.
Well, now I'm getting nervous. Okay.
Should I get in it with you?
No, literally, please.
Bye, homies. That was iconic.